Hey, it's Brock here with Rock Hill Farms, and I've found a new way to get high, and I'm really excited to tell you guys about it. So I already had these two 12-foot A-frame ladders, and I've got the 18-foot scaffolding. Well, I guess it's 12 foot to the floor of the top layer, but then I've got another 8 feet of reach there, so I can get to 20 feet from that one. Then I've got this little giant that I absolutely love, and I'll show you more about the little giant here in a minute. And I've even got a safety cage that I can lift with the tractor or the skid loader. So I already had a lot of ways to get high. Why do I need one more? Well, it's because this ladder right here has advantages that none of the others do. This is from Vevor, and it is a telescoping ladder. Now they have these in several different sizes, and I got the biggest one. This goes up to 18.5 feet, and I'll have to look the weight up, but I think this weighs, I'm guessing 30, 35 pounds. I watched another video where someone had the 12-foot version of this, and they said it weighed like 22 pounds. So if I've got all these different ladders already, why do I need another one? And the answer is what I just told you. This is so lightweight, and it's so small. And actually, like I said, I've got the biggest one. If you get their miniature version, the whole thing's this big, weighs 20 pounds. You can, if you need to take a ladder somewhere with you, and you need to be able to reach 18.5 feet, which you can reach higher, but the ladder is 18.5 feet. So if you need an 18-foot ladder, you're gonna have to take a trailer pretty much. That's a lot to hang out the bed of your truck. So taking one of these ladders or taking the scaffolding with me is problematic. That's why I like the little giant. Let me show you the little giant, unfold it, fold it back up, and then I'll show you the new ladder. I like this ladder, but it's still heavy. So I'm gonna show you just in case you're not familiar with it. So you got two buttons at the top you push, and then it collapses. Now we've got this ladder that we can carry, but it's a lot bigger and it weighs at least twice as much as that other ladder. And I actually think it doesn't have as much reach. Okay, so now to unfold this, we're going to push the two top buttons and swing it open. Next, we pivot these black handles right here, and those allow this to slide down like this. A little bit hard to slide, but I mean, it's not bad. And then you line this up with the rung of a step, drop those back in, and we've extended this side. Now, we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Now, the advantage that this little giant has over any other ladder that I've used or seen is versatility, that it can be used as an A-frame ladder. You can get two of them and put a scaffolding rack between them, or you can unfold it all the way and have an extension ladder, a straight ladder. So to do that from here, I'm going to have to back the camera up. Now we're pushing in our orange or red tabs again. Now, I'm pretty sure I've used it this way before, but Jiminy Christmas, I can't figure out how to get it lifted up. That was a workout getting that up there. But actually, as I think about it, I've got the largest size that they had at the time on the little giant. I believe it has 22 feet of reach. And it took me a couple tries to figure out how to get that thing up there because all your weight's out at the end. Unlike a traditional straight ladder, it widens and thickens at the base, which means it's heavier at the ends. Now, compare the Little Giant to the telescoping ladder. This one weighs about half as much. It costs less than half as much. And extending it is no effort at all. Got my fingers like this, extend, and it pops out. Now to let it down, it's got tabs right here. See, I push those tabs in. Push those tabs in, and it just drops down. So this is a lot easier to manage. Let's get it in place before I go the rest of the way up. So as we compare these ladders in another category, we're looking at weight rating. The Little Giant, I found two different numbers, 300 pounds and 375. It probably used to say on the ladder, but it looks like a lot of the stickers are faded. But it looks like the weight rating on the Little Giant might be 375. On the telescoping ladder, it says 420. I don't love heights. And there's no reason just for this little test or this video about these ladders. There's no reason for me to go all the way to the top. But I'm 275 pounds, and that is a long run to have that at. It felt like both ladders flexed just enough to make me uncomfortable, but they both held up. Now, if I was working on a project every day, working off of a ladder, I would get a fixed ladder, not a folding or a telescoping ladder. But for occasional use, these are going to do the job. I think these are a couple of really versatile ladders that would make it easier to get things done. And I didn't feel like my ladder collection was complete without this telescoping unit. That's so handy to have something so small and so light be capable of having that much reach. So I was a little bit nervous about folding this thing down, having never done it before, and thinking, man, that's a lot of weight up in the air. But it went down really smooth, actually. Occasionally one of the steps will have just a little bit of catch to it. I wiggle it just a little bit and it goes on down. So like everything else, you've got pros and cons. Positive to this ladder is it's got more versatility because you can use it as an A-frame. The negative is this is more of a hassle to fold up and unfold. My buddy Lucas from the Peaks Peak Hobby Homestead YouTube channel said he wanted to get one of those telescoping ladders for his daughter's house. I said, yeah, that's the kind of thing that I think of too. It's good for carrying in your truck. It's good for if you've got those young adult kids who don't have anything of their own. Like, it seems like everybody should have a ladder if they have a house, right? You go over to the kid's house, hey, can you help me fix something? Say, yeah, grab me a screwdriver. Well, we don't have a screwdriver. Okay, like you got a saw, you got a ladder, you got anything, or I just have to go home and get it all. So, good solution for someone who doesn't revolve their life around working on stuff. All right, the last thing is these caps on the top push off. You got these hooks right here, and you pull your same button, drop that down in, and now you got a hook on the top. So if you've got something, whatever you're using this against, if you have something you can hook to, then these are going to be handy. But if it's up against the side of a wall and you don't need those hooks, they come off. So I think this ladder's $140, something like that. And if you use my discount code, you can get 5% off that ladder. So I'll put the link in the description of the video. I think it's a pretty good deal. I appreciate you taking time to watch this video. I'll put links on the screen to a couple more of our videos, and I'll see you next time.